people are using this kind of thumbnail in
Yeah.
their YouTube channel that learn English in 15 days, in 1 month. So we can't learn. Nobody can learn English in 1 month and 15 days because it's a long journey and it is a wide language. There are many things in English like grammar, and even in grammar there are many things, many chapters, and then speaking practice for become a fluent speaker. Until and unless we will not speak, we can't become a fluent speaker. Although there are many people who can speak, but still they are learning.
What's your brief introduction? Please tell me now, and we'll
Yeah,
go
sure.
further talking.
Yes, yes, sure. I'm Mansi Billa. I'm a homemaker and I'm blessed with a child. And if I talk about my educational background, I have done post graduation and B.Ed. And I've also started my YouTube channel recently, 2 months before. So there I upload conversational videos and some grammar related sentences. Yeah, that's all about me.
Right. Now, are you homemaker?
Yes, yes, yes.
Great. Now, once I listen to this concept, encouragement people who are homemaker, they are arranging the all chores, and after that they have a willing they learn something. It's a really carryable things. Because nowadays people are always busy in our task, they never think about learn further. But
Yes.
you are learning. I'm so glad.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
I think we all should learn and try to, take out some time for ourselves so that we can make ourselves better and we can keep ourselves up to date. So I am
Right.
also using this platform just to become fluent in this language, just to polish my skill.
Right. Right. Because anything if you want to learn and you want to become a master, then you have to work on again and again. Because somewhere if you're lagging, what kinds of lagging? Courage. And if you have passion, then you can create the courage. Because
Yeah,
if there is not thing you can buy the shop and take a credit. Courage have to build up in our inner side.
yes.
And let's start with the simple question. As I know you are a postgraduate lady and you are homemaker, then why you think that let's learn English language or English communication?
Yeah, as I told you that I want to become fluent in this language and I want to polish my skill as I used to study in an English medium school, so I didn't face any kind of problem, in English. But these days, I want to polish my skill so that I can provide a healthy environment to my son at home.
Great.
As English is a global language, and it is very important that we should be fluent in this language if we want to make career in this language, and if we want to do anything. So it is important.
Right. And before we are thinking other, first we have to grow ourselves, improve ourselves. Otherwise, until you are not improve, you are not polish ourselves, then how people I listen us? Okay, then we have
Yes.
to first grow ourselves. And I am also looking like that. I am also doing like that. Then my first question to you: if any beginner want to learn English communication, then which technique you adopt, and what is your advice for beginner? They can adopt the technique. They can gradually improve the English communication because the in the surrounding if you know observe that people are so worried about the English communication, they think that English is so big task. Then what is your
Yeah.
opinion on that?
Yeah, so for beginners, I would like to suggest that they should first listen more and more because there are many people who even don't, understand English properly. So for them, listening works better. And after, listening some videos, they can start speaking and gradually they will be able to speak a little bit sentences and improve themselves because the practice comes only by practicing and practice comes only by practice and for that we have to listen because first to produce output we have to give some input to our mind and that input we can only give to our mind only by listening. If we listen conversational videos and some English content like in the for the beginner they should listen simple language like they can listen English cartoons and English reels, any podcast and English conversational video. There we talk generally about our daily routine, daily life, so it would help them a lot. And when they will understand, they will start understanding all these things, then they will be able to speak and gradually they can improve themselves and they can start speaking on framing some sentences, speak on any topic. In this way they can improve themselves.
Right. And one more thing, as you told that you are post-graduated, and I want to know what is your language of the education? Are you English medium or Hindi medium?
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I
English.
am completed my education from English medium background. So that
Okay,
is why I didn't face, I am not facing any kind of a problem. I these days I'm using this application, and I have already, create my channel just to improve myself. Just to, there are many things which we can still learn, as English is a wider language.
right,
There we should for making ourselves up to date, we have to communicate someone with someone in English, only that we can keep ourselves up to date.
right. Then share your video link, and I will watch your video. I'll be subscribe your channel because I want to help the people who want to serve the society, who want to make the awareness our surrounding. This is one concept help for
Yeah.
our Indian people. They can improve the English communication
Yes, yes.
as well as they understand what is the myth of the English communication. Why they are so worried. This is only
Yeah,
language.
yeah.
Anyone can speak. Anyone can learn. Okay, then
Yes,
definitely I
yes.
will
Yeah.
help you. And
Yes,
can
sure.
you share your
Actually, I posted, as I told you that I've already posted some grammar related sentences in my, some solo video and some shorts video. There, learners can learn very, these are I generally post those sentences which, people should know. They are such basic sentences, but and they don't know how to speak. So in this way, they can learn and they can improve themselves.
right? And one more thing, I am advising you: if you have got any English channel related to English content, then you have to subscribe. It don't matter who are that person, but
Yes,
in this way, your channel will be in spread. Your link will be spread. And somewhere is myth is that people are not subscribing because they think that it will grow. Don't think like that. This is a algorithm of the YouTube. If you are subscribed many more channels, then your link will be
yeah.
spread. Your video will be spread. No bother about that. Don't worry. This is child. We can accept them. And one more thing. What you learn since childhood in English language. Every content will be English language. As you told that since childhood you are surrounding and your background, your environment, the English. But now you are polishing yourself to improvement more and more. The reason is that you are unable to create the surround, create the environment for flowing of the flow of the communication skill. Now we are doing effort for more flow. Then people who are listening, they should understood the what is the actual root cause of the English communication. Polish yourself, speak people again and again, again and again, multiple time with multiple kinds of people. Then you will understood why and what problem is there in English communication. Because the only one problem is there. What I observe, lack of the communication, lack of the connectivity. How much content you have gathered until you are not deliver, then how will we get flow? You want to flow, then first what you have to no, reserve, you have to deliver. Like very simple example, very simple instance I am going to give you. Suppose you have two mobile and your mobile memory has totally has been full and you are not using any data, you are
Yes,
not
yes,
using any data, that data will be meaningful, no meaningless,
yes.
meaningless.
Yeah,
Then if you are deleting some data, those are not useful. If you are spreading your data, those are useful. Then your mobile will start then flowing, means mobile
yes,
will
yes,
not hang. Then this is our mind, how much you have to store, you have to deliver first, then your function will be activated. it's
yes,
uh, it's apply on your mind. How much you understand English communication, have to communicate, you have to repeat. In this way you are recalling the words, you are making the sentences, and habitually one day you feel now I'm gradually so improved. The reason is that you are repeating, you are revising your sentences, your vocabulary, and you are connecting with the people face to face. Then your shyness, your fear, your criticism, what in your mind is already reserved like a myth, you will be reduced. So one day you will
yeah,
able to eliminate the all kinds of fear, misconception, doubts, whatever in our mind. And this is a way of the English communication. Those are learner, but we are started, then we can understand what is the actual problem. But who not yet started, which is speaking with the people, they can understand. Many people message me, sir, I can only talk with you, voice call. because I have fear to communicate on you video call. They speaking very good.
Yeah,
I thrilled, even shocked. They are speaking very good. But due to shyness, due to perfection myth, they are not have a courage to take a step and come with the front on video call. And this is
yeah,
the
right.
biggest
Actually,
problem.
yeah, I've also, when I have done many conversation with different people, so I also face this kind of issue that many people says that they can't connect and they are ready to connect with audio on audio call because they feel shy, and although they are able to speak, but still they somewhere they are underconfident and they feel hesitant. So I also think, as you said, whatever you have said, it was correct that. They should try to remove their hesitation. They should try to become confident, and it can only be happen until it can only be happen when they will speak, and there's a lot of practice is required for becoming a fluent speaker, and practice makes a man perfect, as it is a saying. So we should do practice and we should speak. We should not care whether we are making mistakes and we are speaking right or not. So first we should try to speak. We should not focus on rest of the thing, and after that gradually we can improve ourselves, we can learn many things, but for that
Yep.
we have to speak, we have to open our mouth.
Right, right. And one more thing, people have not patience nowadays. They want to
Yeah,
rapid result. They want to quick result. Even they are not
yes,
taking step and they thinking about the result.
yeah, yeah, and many people
The
are
biggest problem.
using, yeah, many people are using this kind of thumbnail in
Yeah,
their YouTube channel that learn English in 15 days, in 1 month. So we can't learn. Nobody can learn English in 1 month and 15 days because it's a long journey, and it is a wide language. There are many things in English like grammar, and even in grammar there are many things, many chapters, and then speaking practice for become a fluent speaker. Until and unless we will not speak, we can't become a fluent speaker, although there are many people who can speak, eh, but still they are learning. Many I have seen many English teachers. I had a conversation with many uh, English teachers there who are also using this app, who are also using YouTube to learn and improve themselves. So it is a never ending journey, and we should learn, and learning is a never ending process.
right. No, if you are ready to learn, then what is the shyness? Because I don't know about
Yeah,
the things I am learning. I don't know
yes,
about the things I am beginner. We can say politely, people will accept you. Don't bother about the
yeah,
perfections. If
yes,
you are
yes,
bothered about perfection, then definitely you will not able to take a step.
yeah, yeah, right,
This is
right.
no, in our body, our mind is very complex organ. Very complex organ. The complexity of the mind is very difficult. We are facing trouble. How can control our mind? Because our mind is creating thought. You have to practice create the negative thought. Then if few thoughts are positive, then it's too difficult to find out the thought. Because as a research, in a day, more than 65 to 70,000 thoughts are arising in our mind. And how can find out which are positive until you are not understand the brain function? The very complex organ is our brain. Then people should understand the trap of our mind. How mind making trap us. What concept trap? Very different concept trap. Before taking action, our mind start the thinking about the result. Before taking action, we are thinking about the people. People will nagging us. People will laugh on me. I'm not perfect.
Yes,
These
yes,
are the obstacle in our learning area where you are going to learn. It's not apply on only English communication. It is apply everywhere where you want to learn.
yes,
And
yes, right.
first things before enter in the journey of the learning language, make sure positive mindset.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
motive
I will learn.
to learn
What will
anything.
happen, I will see later.
Yeah,
but now I will learn. Definitely, once you promise yourself, then you will be learn. No one can going to stop you. But the every valuable task is feel more monotonous and dull. Because if talks will be easy, then anyone can do. The something are toughest. That's why people bother. That's why people suffer. That's why people searching here and there. How can get fluency? If task will easy, then anyone can learn. A little bit harder. If you want to grow in our body, then you have go in the gym and push up ourselves. Ready to take a pen. Without pen, you can't grow your muscle. Same thing apply in English language. If you want to grow in our language, if you want to improve our communication skill, then you have to ready to take a pen for our mind. Which kinds of pen? Revision of the vocabulary, arrangement of the vocabulary, listening part, writing part, speaking part. These are the obstacle. These are the pain for our better communication skill. Then this is not no bad pen. This is a good pen. This is a positive pen. Somewhere people avoid the taking pen, but where people should take a pen, it's necessary part to understand. If you're ready to take a pen, because now you are recording a session, but you are arranging your situation. Even your child is disturbing you. Somewhere your mind is paining. Your mind is not distracting you. But now, anyhow, you are arranging yourself. This is one kind of pen. Then this is a barrier of the English communication. Don't worry about that. Barrier will arrive because this is natural condition. If you are going on the road, riding a bike or driving a car, then you found that many barrier on the road. And what we are doing, if any barriers will be arrived front of us, then we have to take a slow break and slow down our accelerator. And after cross the barrier, then we have to take accelerate ourselves and take a speed of the bike or car. And this is apply of the English communication. If any barrier be arrived in our path, then you have to take a slow motion, and after pass out the barrier, you can take acceleration.
As you
That's why
said
I
that.
am making my channel name break the English barrier. That's why my
Okay,
channel
okay,
name is break the English barrier.
okay. So as you are an
Without break,
English, yeah, I'm saying as you are an English, as you are a lawyer. So what is the reason behind your learning this language?
very valuable questions. My vision is that spread the awareness in the society, because in India, Indian people think that English is very toughest task, and who are speaking English they are very wiser. This is a myth. Any person is speaking fluent English is not mean wiser people.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but the English is biggest task. It's only myth. English is very tough. This is only myth. But English is necessary part in our life nowadays. It's so true. Because if you go wherever you have go, then you found that all the descriptions, all the content available in English. And once you feel that I am unable to read, unable to understand, then you feel shameless. And at the moment, you feel discouraged. You feel hopeless. This is a one kind of dilemma. And how can overcome? How much necessary part English is really very understanding task. And one thing I also reveal here, before 2 years, I don't know how can I start communication, because my entire education completed in Hindi medium. Even I am unable to understand what people are saying. My entire education completed in Hindi medium, even my LLB. That's why I'm unable to understand. But I promised myself anyhow I have to learn English communication. And one day I thought many people in India are suffering due to English communication. They think that English is very biggest and toughest task. Then I thought let's reveal the truth, spread the awareness in the society. If few people will get positive mind, few people will take a step, then my vision will be fulfilled making a YouTube channel. And this is my totally vision and intention, making this platform. And I hope you understand what is my vision and what is your vision. I want to know you.
So I want to say that as you said that you have started 2 years ago your journey, you didn't know anything about English. You have completed your education, even LLB in Hindi language. So how did you learn?
That same thing I apply. What you told, that same thing I apply. But consistency is the key. You can do anything. Consistency. After few days, your mind is start saying that no, don't do that. It's a very tough task, and you will give up. Don't do that. Arrange some time. Don't arrange more time. 1 hour is enough for consistency. Write down your general. Make a point. 4 point. First writing. First reading. Second vocabulary. Third revision. Fourth communication. If you are for 15 minutes you are working on 4 scale, then after 6 months you feel command on English communication. Okay,
Right.
then
Yeah, actually, for learning English, we have to be consistent and we should. Can you please wait a minute? Actually, I'm texting a message. Somebody is calling me again and again.
okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, then whenever
Yeah.
whenever
You
you
were
feel
asking
stuck,
me?
whenever you feel
I
stuck
was,
in our journey, then always remember the core part of English language.
yeah, yeah. I was also
Now
saying
your
this
turn,
thing.
you have to say something.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying that for learning English language, people should start from the very beginning. Like they should focus on listening first and then speaking, because listening and speaking are very important step to start learning this language. After then, gradually they can start reading and they can start writing.
Yes,
And
right.
yeah, all step works and very helpful while learning this language. But why I will focus only on listening and speaking, because I'm talking about the beginners, those who don't know how to speak and what other people are saying. So for them, these two method works better. And when they will start listening, they will start understanding the things. Then they can start reading, and at that time, after some time, they would be able to understand the some basic sentences, that this is the meaning of that sentence, and then they can enhance their journey and improve themselves. As you also told that you have started from the zero, like you didn't know anything about English, and even some people say something to you in English, or other people, some if someone is talking with another person in English, you were not able to understand, but now you are speaking. So, have you also started your journey by listening? Like you didn't understand, so how did you understand the things?
Right. Because the few days when I started the reading book, that time 1 week, 2 week, I was unable to understand what is the sentence, what is the meaning of that. But I make consistency 15 minutes every day. I start reading, and
Okay,
making the journal of the vocabulary. In a
okay,
page, I found 50 words of the vocabulary unable to understand. But after 1 month, I realized that I understanding. Then the word of the vocabulary in a page, no, every day is reducing. Start the reducing, and I start 2 or 3 word in a page. That day I start the understanding. I get the power, and after that I start the speaking. I never ever work on my grammar portion. Till date I'm not working on my grammar portion. My vision is that speak anyhow, some and you will learn grammar later, because what I'm talking since 25 minutes, you are understanding what is my intention of the sentence or what I want to tell you. And when you are not found what is the mistake of the grammar portion,
yes,
and me too also, then what is the need of the verbal communication? Grammar is not necessary part of the verbal communication. Grammar is the necessary for your written communication, for your legal activity, and as well as professional work.
but
But if you talk about the verbal communication, the grammar is no need. And 98% people, they give up when they not taken a step due to grammar phobia. This is a big problem of the English.
But I want to say that, as you said, you didn't learn grammar and
Right.
still you are speaking. So, how did you start framing the sentences? Because you were even not able to understand English, then gradually, so might be you start reading, you have started reading. So, in this way, you start making
Right.
an idea that this kind, we have to make this sentence like this. So, in
Our
your
mind
case, read.
after few month of the practice, your mind automatically start the indicating you now this sentence might be wrong. Automatically your mind start the indicating this sentence might be
Reading
wrong.
works, yeah. So I can say reading works for you, for
Reading is a very important part of the English communication of the English language. First, you have
yeah,
tried to understand the reading part, and the second part is verbal communication.
someone don't
Verbal
want to learn grammar, so they should
communication
follow the.
practice. Right.
So say if someone don't want to learn grammar, there are many people who who don't want to speak English and learn English because they have a fear of learning grammar. They thought that grammar is a rocket science. They can't learn, so
No,
they
no.
can start
Listen.
reading and then
Grammar
they'll
is
continue.
a part of the language, but
Yeah.
it's not part of the verbal communication.
Yeah, spoken we can speak without grammar, but
Yes.
somewhere it's important, I believe, because if we have a command on grammar, if we know a little bit like basic things about grammar, then we can speak with anybody without making any mistake. Like you are saying that you didn't learn grammar and you are not making any mistake in your conversation, any
No, no,
grammatical mistake.
I'm not saying that yeah, I'm not making any mistake. Might be I'm making mistake, but you are
No,
unable
I'm
to
saying
found,
a little bit mistake
unable
is
to
acceptable.
in
Yeah,
no.
I'm saying a little bit mistake is acceptable for everyone.
Yes.
So this is because you have devoted your time in reading, and when you have started reading, so at that time you learned how to frame sentences. And so this is also a part of grammar that
This is a
you have to
later.
use
This is the last
something.
part of making the sentence. This is the last part. No, making communication is different part, and making and writing the sentence is different.
No,
And
no. If we are speaking with someone, then we have to, make a sentence like I am Mansi, whatever we
right,
are speaking.
right.
For that,
Because
use
yes,
words
because
in a
this is a
proper
practice part. This is a practice part. If you are collect the many kinds of data, collect the data, store the data in our mind, then your it's automatically your mind start the providing the data. Automatically, when you are feel that so shocked, how I'm speaking. No, since 20 minutes, 30 minutes we are speaking. Even I'm not thinking about your grammar portion and you too also because what you think speaking what I am speaking both are understand.
Actually, I learned English. I can say I learned from the grammar. As I told you that I have been completed my study from English medium school. So there I learned grammar. So somewhere I can say it is important, but it is not that much important. Like those who are, as you are very comfortable speaking without learning grammar because you have devoted your time to the reading. Those who are not able to read, those who don't want to read, they have to learn grammar only that they can frame sentence. This is what I was saying.
Right. Right. But grammar is also important part when you are going to written anything, when you are going to reply anything in written
Yeah,
communication. That time grammar is necessary part.
yeah,
But while the communication, grammar is
yeah. We
not
can.
mandatory part.
Can we wrap up the session because
Yeah,
my
sure,
time is.
sure, sure. Really, this is a very nice discussion, and if any people watching this video, then should understand what should do for improvement the communication, because this is a way we can improve our communication. Ready to face the problem, and until the not solve the problem,